Good morning, LDBC. This is QuestX. I wake up this morning to a lot of excellent content. A lot of people in the LDBC discussing the certain situation with things being noticed about Sergey KOVALEV during the fight against Isaac Chilemba. And let me preface what I'm about to say by saying this. I don't like Sergey KOVALEV. Once you do racist shit that KOVALEV has done, and I don't want anybody coming on my video talking about excuses like where he's from, he didn't know and all that bullshit. He knows. He's a piece of shit as a person and human being, and I think John David Jackson is a fucking sellout. So if you don't like that, then this is a video that you might as well just thumb it down right away, instantly. All right? Because you know what you're going to get from me. On the situation, when I first watched the Chilemba fight, I felt that, and I was discussing it with a fellow YouTuber here, and he put me on to some things. But to me, initially watching the fight, I felt that Sergey KOVALEV, the reason why he looked like shit was just the fact that Isaac Chilemba is a very awkward fighter. He is a severely poor man's Andre Ward. And the way he was doing things and the switching up the looks and the things and the body shots, that's what slows a fighter down. But, upon further looking at it, listen, I'm not above accusing anybody, because at the current climate we live in sports, it could be anybody can be doing it. But he was falling all over the place. Sergey KOVALEV, towards the end of the fight, he was dead tired. He looked like he couldn't even keep his hands up. And somebody that I was speaking to who watches this sport, and breaks this shit down, was telling me, listen, Sergey KOVALEV looked like he was cycling off shit. Now, I don't know when the last time Sergey KOVALEV was tested. And, I don't know. When was Sergey KOVALEV's last fight of this year? Because I believe he fought before a certain drug was just banned in boxing. Okay? Because Alexander Povetkin got popped for it. We have to take an honest step back and look at it for what it is. And then now the situation with the Handwraps. The Handwrap situation, I'm going to be honest with you, wouldn't surprise me at all. Would not surprise me at all, especially, considering how he particularly acts at the end of each fight when it comes to the refs, touching his hands, people evaluating his hands after fights, the way his team is, and, just how shifty John David Jackson is. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You guys want to give John David Jackson a pass? That's on you. You showed me what your true character is. But when that man stood behind KOVALEV after he did that obvious racist shit, okay, that let me know everything I need to know. So John David Jackson is not somebody who I'm gonna take his word for, and that isn't a shady dude. But there's one thing I will sit there and say this: it's okay, because shout out to Town Biz, he said it. You think he gonna get away with that if his hands are loaded? Right? If KOVALEV's hands, you think his ass gonna get away with that shit versus Andre Ward? Hell no. In fact, I'm gonna tell you right now, if KOVALEV go into that ring on the night and he fight Andre Ward, and his punches don't seem to even affect Andre Ward, right? Because remember, you motherfuckers, the same motherfuckers talking about how Andre Ward gonna get knocked out. He got such a devastating punch. Because see, the one thing is, when you cycling off shit, it's not going to take the real effect after your first fight when you cycle off that shit. It has to be after time. Let KOVALEV, if I'm just sitting there, I'm putting it out there. I don't care what anybody says. If KOVALEV is on something and he's cycling off because he know for a fact they're going to have testing for this fight, if he's cycling off after he have a full training camp, he come in there looking a little soft. He come in there looking a little way slower than he looked against Chilemba. Trust me, I want his shit. No excuses. No excuses. Don't be trying to use that shit. He getting old. Don't try to use that shit that, oh, well, you know, it was, you know, the moment. I don't want to hear shit about that. And a lot of you motherfuckers are already changing up your tune. A lot of you. Shout out to JT, to the guy. I mean, he put it on there. He put one of the, you know, these motherfuckers on here already talking about referees. Come on, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you. I've always said, check the track record. Before all this bullshit, I said purely based on the ability of Andre Ward that he would wash Kovalev. This is before all this shit. So don't try to come on me and sit there and say I'm jumping on bandwagons and shit. The videos are still uploaded. Go check them out. I've said this. I've sat there and put my channel on the line and said point blank, Andre Ward will fucking wash Kovalev. And this is before all this bullshit. But I'm going to be honest with you. If it comes out that this motherfucker either was on performance enhancers or he's been